Hey gun people! My horses always hear me when I say that. Hey, you're not gonna... let me zoom this out a little bit so I ain't gotta walk clear out in the North 40 just to get a damn video going on here. This article, this thing that... I am beside myself. I try to stay away from religion because religion is like raising kids, right to death. There's just so many hot topics that if you question somebody's belief system, that they are a hardcore belief, they're automatically going to tune you off. And I tune people off. They tune me off all the time. And my horse channel, these people that use bits and big pain in a horse's mouth, I'm anti-bit. As soon as I start talking about bits and how bad they are, they just attack me. Because their belief system is a horse needs a bit and they got to wear it. So I understand about belief systems, cop systems. There's a belief system in cops that cops don't talk about cops. You don't sell secrets. You don't say that cops do bad things because then everybody will think everybody has. So I'm okay with kind of saying things that I'm going to get attacked for. But I try to stay away from religion only because I feel I'm a little bit biased from my beliefs. But this article where these stinking Catholic priests are raping these poor little deaf girls. I am just... When I read this article, I'm no fan of the Catholic religion. I was raised Catholic, went to Catholic schools, was an altar boy. My grandmother was extremely religious, said a rosary every night, prayed, just loved the church. And I remember that something that really shaped me and turned me against religion at a very young age is my grandmother worked as a waitress and made very little money. And she was scraping by and she always gave. And they used to have these little, I don't even know if they still do it in the Catholic religion, these little bitty envelopes. And they give you this envelope that has every Sunday, and I can't remember if it's every Wednesday too, but the church, out of their generosity, gives you these envelopes with the date for the whole year for you to give money. So when they pass the little basket around, you already have your money in the little change thing. You close it. It's registered to you, I guess, or I think you sign it or something. And then at the end of the year, they send you a little card saying how much you gave and thanking you for your thing. And we as kids, we always had to give something. When we were in church, we each got either a quarter, 50 cents, or $1. We always had to give something to the church. So this one year, my grandmother gets that little thing, and I remember seeing her crying in the corner. She was so crushed because she was so religious and so bound by religion and so felt like, religion was a thing and the church was a thing. This freaking priest, because throughout the year, we'd only given like $7.36. But we didn't have a lot of money. So he had lined out where it says, thank you for your donation, has a blank, you write in the money, and then it says, for contributing to the church. That piece of shit priest lined out, thank you, because it was only $7.30. And my grandmother was crushed. And at that point, it really turned me against the religion. I kind of saw how hypocritical and how it was about money and that they didn't believe anything they said, and it was just a turning point for me. And of course, as I grow older and I see things and all the reports of all the Catholic priests molesting all these kids and the church covering it up, and they've never been prosecuted and they don't do anything to religion, and you still got all these idiots running around, oh, Catholic religion, oh, the Pope's close to God, oh, you gotta Catholic this, keep, have a lot of babies Catholic so we can replenish our congregation so you can give money, and old people dying, giving all their money to the church. I was in Sacramento when all those priest things were going on, where those priests are raping kids, and I think a lot came out of the Sacramento area or under that cardinal or somehow, and it was amazing the payouts and the money that they were buying people off with, because the church knew these priests were molesting kids, and not only did they know it, they allowed them to have access, they kept them in their positions, and some, when the cops got close, they reassigned them overseas to different locations so they couldn't get prosecuted. So the church was absolutely in a conspiracy to encourage and allow this to go on. So, I saw this firsthand. It was freaking, it just drives me nuts that a church would do that. So, that's just one of the many things I have wrong with religion. The thing that kills me the most is there's probably about 10,000 women across the globe every year that swears they never had sex and suddenly they're pregnant, and it's gotta be a miracle. And nobody believes it because we have DNA and we kind of figured out science. But you tell that story from 1,000 years ago when there's no DNA, and suddenly, oh no, she was a virgin when she got pregnant. Okay, you keep believing that. Okay, I'm kind of a common sense guy. I don't buy it. But anyway, I digress on these stinking priests who are molesting these deaf kids. I mean, is it not bad enough that these kids go through life without ever hearing a bird chirp or a song or not? Is it not bad enough that you freaking low-life priest, I just can't believe it, and you're gonna, and I mean, this story just is horrible. I'll put a link in there, but I mean, they were and they told these kids we gotta go play every time they took on to molest them. And they've got several, I want to say 80 different victims. And they've had victims, they've known about this since 2009. Once again, the church, just like government, just like any company, corporation, we always protect our own. You know, everybody wants to dog cops. You cops never turn each other in. You're the brotherhood. Everybody wants cops turning in other cops. But everyone else in the damn world never turns in and people don't care. Government don't turn in, Congress don't turn in each other, judges don't turn in each other, lawyers protect each other, freaking priests and religions protect each other, Muslims protect Muslims that are out there blowing people up, all in the name of their God and their religion. And it just kills me that people just don't see through this and do that. So these poor kids, they're deaf, so they really probably can't talk. I don't know if they can talk or not. But they can't really tell anybody that they're being molested. They can't even know that it's not inappropriate to be molested other than just internal feelings that this doesn't feel right. But, I mean, to me, it's the lowest of the low for a freaking predator to attack somebody who is weak. It just drives me nuts. Attacking the old, attacking the young, you know, a large man attacking a small woman. Anybody, you know, I mean, it's just wrong. I just don't like it. I guess I'm just, you know what? If you're gonna attack somebody or do something to somebody, you need to pick on somebody your own size. And I mean, these freaking priests that are doing this again and again and again, and I still have people who are Catholics that I knew as kids that still protect the damn Catholic religion. It just drives me nuts. I'm like, how can you stand behind a bureaucracy? Hi, boys. Oh, Mr. T just bit you because you got too close, didn't he? Man, y'all missed that. Buddy was picking the young horse, picking the old horse, and the old horse bit the shit out of his ass. So I'm sorry. Trigger warning. Bad word. He bit him in the butt. So anyway, I mean, they go into details on this article, and it's just, they went to the chapel, the kids would go to confession and receive communion and told and be absolved of their sins. What sins? They were being raped and molested by the freaking priest wearing a cross in the name of God in a church, being protected by the Pope and everyone else in the damn religion. I just don't get it. I'm just beside myself. You know, sometimes I think, you know what, the shit I've seen in my life, I've seen it all. And then every time I turn around, it's like, I ain't seen shit. I mean, it just doesn't stop. The evil of people just never, and you know there's people know about it. You know there's nuns that know about it. You know there's other priests. Everybody looks the other way because they want to be a team player. We got to protect the church. We don't want to get a bad name in the church. Let's lie. Let's cover up. Let's not anybody know our bad. You know, it's the same old story and everything. And when it comes to kids not having anybody to go to or protect themselves, it just strikes a damn nerve with me. I think it was in Argentina. The investigators told one priest, forced her to give him oral sex. He would give her oral sex. They were doing, let's see. They would use the term, let's go play, and then they would take the girls to the bathroom. And, I mean, it was just freaking, more than 20 other people provided testimony. The prosecutors are expecting more. Pope Francis has not spoken about this publicly. Gee, that's a shocker. Maybe he's too damn busy living behind his walls around the Vatican where he has no immigration, and he's too busy telling the U.S. that we should have open borders and allow immigration. Maybe that's his freaking problem. Maybe he ought to clean his own freaking house and get his priests who are molesting kids. Now, I've always said, everybody's always like, what came first, chicken or egg? Why do priests molest kids? And again, which came first? Does a job that requires you never to have sex, or you have what I call living a life of sexual frustration, you can't do anything sexually, or it's a sin, I mean, you just can't do nothing. Does that job attract people who have a potential to molest kids, or that have sexual deviancy, or that have, I mean, I just don't get it. But, or is it through time of living with no sex, no women, no nothing? I think they also said they found naked movies and videos, or Playboys, all kind of shit around the priests. Rick, those are priests. Shh, you can't say that. Because the religion is sacred, and we should protect them. Just like the Muslims do for the idiots out there blowing shit up in the name of Allah, following the same book, giving the same money, promoting the same religion that causes shit. You got the same people doing it in the Catholic religion. You got the Pope pushing this liberal bullshit agenda all over the world, sticking his nose in everybody's business. Meanwhile, he's got a separate... Most people don't know this, but when a church in... each month, the church has to pay Vic to the Pope and to the Vatican. They have to give so much of your money. So when you give money to a church and you think the money's helping your community, it ain't. A lot of it goes to the cardinal or to the higher region, and then a certain percentage goes to the Vatican. So by the time you get to the pickings, every dollar you give, your community may get a nickel. And then they don't even get that nickel because you got priests out there molesting kids left and right, paying out lawsuits, hiring $1 million lawyers to protect them, reassigning them, hiding these people. Oh, I'm sorry. The Pope did, or one of the cardinals did chastise these guys when they got caught in 2009 molesting all these kids. He made them say prayers and sentenced them to a life of prayer. And they were under constant watch when they were kids. Really? That's the punishment? Holy shit! Ain't no damn wonder they're all molesting kids. They know nothing's gonna happen to them. That's what happens when you promote and you encourage by lack of action. For evil to exist, all it takes is good men to do nothing. Good people know that these guys are doing this, and they don't want to be a snitch. They don't want to make the hard choice. They don't want to stand up for the poor deaf children that don't have a voice. They'd rather be a team player. We gotta protect the church. We gotta make sure that God and His church don't get a bad name. Well, you already got a damn bad name with me, so you ain't gotta worry about protecting it from me. But anyway, read this article. It is absolutely just, I mean, I don't even want to read it again because it's a long article and it goes into detail on what these poor kids have been through and how it's covered up and how they knew it and how they reassigned and how they hit. It's just disgusting. And I know I'm going to get some religious haters here. Here it comes. Rick, not all Catholics are like that. No shit. Gee, I didn't know that. Rick, not all Muslims are terrorists. No shit. I didn't. Rick, not everybody drives drunk. No shit. But when a drunk driving terrorist or somebody molests somebody I know, I don't give a shit if everybody does it. You people want to live in this liberal la-la land that you need to protect everything just because not everybody does it. You need to attack aggressively evil wherever it exists, and you can't justify it by saying, well, not everybody's like that. And it's not fair to judge, and it's not... Look, come on, people. Pull your head out and use your damn head for more than a hat holder. I'm not talking to my regular groups. Anyway, I got great viewers, man. I get some good questions and good comments and funny shit. Hi, Mr. T. Did you get after Buddy? Yeah, Buddy got in trouble. Let me see that ass. Where's that bite mark? Buddy got his butt bit because he's a bad boy. You're a bad priest. I know those priests are mean. Let's go kick their butt. You want to go kick their butt? Yeah, good boy.